Hi guys, I'm Pacific, and today I'm bringing you a different video while I'm sick. It's a game review of this game called 8-Bit Boy, and it's really not like a 0 through 10, it's a whether you should buy the game or not buy the game. So we're going to structure this. I'm going to list off all the good things, all the bad things, and the end result of this review. So we're going to start off with the good things about the game. Is the story is really good. It's tied in with how the game is graphically, gameplay wise. Those two big things are tied in with how the story is, which is kind of a neat feature. You can see that I kind of felt that consistently throughout the time I played this game. So the next good thing about this game is its artistic style, which is its 8-bit kind of graphics, which actually fit in together with the gameplay really well. Like I said, the story, the gameplay, and the graphics all complement one another. In, you know, the graphics go together with the gameplay and story and all that. And the graphics, you know, it's consistent throughout. The places really feel they don't feel away from each other. They feel like, you know, they belong in the same kind of game world. And the last good thing about the game is the way it teaches you how to play. Is it doesn't, as Ego Raptor would put it, it doesn't pop up big old menu screens that are like, you know, push button to do this, blah blah blah. Literally, the tutorial is you walk into a space, it has a sign that tells you, you know, the control, and then it makes you practice it a few times. Like, for instance, the fireball upgrade, you know, I was shooting fireballs. They said, you know, you push the button on the keyboard. I changed it later to F, but you shoot the fireballs with the button, and made me kill 3 guys, and it got me the hang of both shooting normal fireballs and fireballs upwards. But that's about it for the good things about this game. There's quite a few detrimental things about it though. The first one is the difficulty spike in it. Is the difference in difficulty between like level 1 and 4 is insane. Like, I actually stopped at level 4 for a while because it was too hard compared to level 1. I didn't have enough time to learn the controls. It introduced new topics while like exponentially increasing the difficulty of old topics. Like jumping, I did not have enough control over my jumping. You know, I didn't build up enough skill for my jumping to really be able to traverse the level very well in that sense. And another thing is the character itself in the level is too big. You know, many times I found myself jumping and like trying to hit a block and I hit the wrong block, or I just found myself jumping over little obstacles a lot, and the character itself felt too big. Basically, that goes along with all the enemies too. Like, the world itself kind of seems like all the characters and sprites are too big to fit into the world itself. I would have much preferred a character, you know, your character is 1 block wide and approximately 2 blocks tall, and it seems like he's 2 blocks wide and 2.5 blocks tall. And it throws me off a bunch. You know, many times I would fall off the ledge, or I wouldn't hit a block, you know, like I said earlier, because I looked too big. And the last issue, which this is my biggest issue with the game, is the controls. They're very clunky, and they do not work at all. Like, well, they work kind of, but like, for instance, jumping, many times I would try to jump over an obstacle or jump up, and the jump button would either not work or delay itself a lot. You know, I'd try to move and jump, and that would throw it off, and that would delay its input, and a lot of times get me killed. Like I said, level 4 before, the other issue was the controls just did not work properly at all. And that even goes along with the character's, you know, momentum of sliding back and forth on the floor, sliding in the air. The momentum just is not consistent, and the controls aren't consistent either. Both of them, I found, I only played this game for an hour because I just didn't want to play it because the controls were not, they were at best sloppy. So overall, this game is a pretty good game in concept, but poorly executed. I found I did not want to play it. I played it more than I normally would just for the gameplay, you know, to get for my recording. And for $4, it's not even worth it. I would say maybe pushing $1 is too expensive for this game because of the controls and momentum. Even though the story and graphics and everything like that like complement each other, the gameplay, which should be top priority, doesn't work at all. So with that in mind, everybody, I would say don't buy this game. It's not worth your time or money. So anyway, that is my review of 8-Bit Boy. Links to the devs page are in the description below. I'm Pacific. I hope I made your day a little chappier. Tee-hee!